What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Schilling N Stunna podcast. We recently signed Jason Peters. We're a little late to the party, but we're going to hit you with our thoughts. He just had his first practice here with Dallas. We're going to play that interview, talk through it with you guys. What you think, bro?
Nah, man, I'm excited, man. I'm glad they finally, pulled the trigger, man. I know before we was touching on a lot of things, like who they would bring in and kind of the prospects as far as like what we like to see. But I mean, better late than never. I'm just glad we did get somebody in the building. Whether that's going to be for the starting job or the swing tackle, I think we'll see Tyler Smith the first few weeks get his lumps. And then from there, depending on who struggles, if it's need be, once he get in the game shape, I think we'll see him out there right away. So, yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, nice. You don't think he starts week one?
Not week one. If you listen to the reports coming out, I think he even said it himself. Where he's like, I need 2 weeks to get ready. But the beauty of it is he is a veteran. You know what I mean? There's nothing he hasn't seen before. So, the thing is, as far as get him into shape and everything like that. But I think as far as the scheme and everything we want to do, I don't think it'll take him too long just to get up to speed. So, hey, like I said, Tyler Smith will get in there right away. And if it's a situation where he's not looking at where we, want him to be as far as the first couple of weeks, I don't think we'll hesitate to slide him over the right guard and then just have Jason Peters step beside him and give him that veteran presence right away.
Okay. I'll go ahead and hit play here. We'll break this down.
All right, let's do it.
I'm excited. I'm from Texas. It's my home state, so it's good to be back playing, amongst family every week.
Do you live in North Texas?
East Texas.
Yeah.
You said before the organization was arrogant when you played with the Eagles. Your thoughts now that you had an opportunity to come in the building and talk to us?
I mean, I don't really call it arrogance. I mean, they had swagger, pretty much the same thing. The swagger, they go in week in and week out with that swagger. You can tell how the defense play. Dak and Zeke, scoring and everybody showing their emotions on their shoulders. And, I like that, to be honest. That's how we did it in Philly, and that's how we're going to do it here.
Does it feel weird to be putting these colors on after playing against them so
Yeah, a little bit, Like I said, that was our rivalry. The Dallas and Eagle rivalry go deep, so it's kind of weird, but I'm here in my home state and ready to roll.
It is kind of cool that he's from Texas. I did not know that.
Yeah, man.
And the Philly-Dallas rivalry. It is weird to see him in those colors. Absolutely.
I was like, hey, look, he look good in that Dallas blue. I ain't even gonna lie, man. Something about them colors, man. But I think it's interesting, man. I can get used to this, man. I know some Philly fans over there, they kind of hating this move. I see a lot coming out like, yeah, he's wise. Yeah, whatever. You know what I mean? As long as I know we ain't starting at Josh Ball or whoever else will step out there, man, I'm happy for it, man. And as you can hear him say, man, we got that swag over here. And then, I think he's ready to fit into the culture, man, and step in. So.
This month for you, did you have other opportunities? Why were the Cowboys the right ones? And what have you been doing to stay in shape?
Yeah, I had a few opportunities with some teams. But like I was telling my agent, they like to go youth over age. So I was just weighing my options. And then when this came up, my home state, I couldn't pass it up to play for the Cowboys, 2 hours from my hometown. So, and far as the shape go, I've just been doing cardio and lifting. You can't really get in football shape till you put the pads and the helmet on. So, that's what I'm going to be doing the first couple weeks.
The season ended in Chicago. When the season ended in Chicago, did you think this is it for me, or did you still have a desire to keep playing?
I had the desire to keep playing because I finished that strong. Played like almost 80% of the snaps, 15 games, and I felt good about it. But I wasn't pressed. But when Jerry called, I came.
Oh yeah, I think too. Like this is the ultimate Band-Aid move. But it's probably the best available option. I know at first when we talked about it, I was not thrilled, but I am thinking to myself now, like, what else were we going to do? Put Walesko out there?
Yeah. Exactly. I think it's good, man. Like I said, the veteran presence, man. I don't think we understand, like, the wonders this going to do for Tyler Smith. Kind of the same effect that Tyron Smith would have had for him. Just to bring in a guy who's been there, who's seen it all. I mean, he is 40, but I think people throw the term washed out, or that he's injury riddled. Like as you can hear him say, he did play 15 games last year, and he played good serviceable football, and that's all we can ask for at this point. Like you said, it's late in the season, and at this point, man, I think this is almost like the best we could hope for, man. So
I do think too, like looking back at it, he wasn't the best last year, but I think he was the best lineman on a terrible O-line. So if he's not asked to do as much here in Dallas and we only need him for, let's say, 15 games, then this is the right move to make. Absolutely.
Yeah. He's massive. So all we need to do is get his big ass in the way of somebody, hit a couple of guys, and I think
his
we'll
big
be
ass is going to hit you with them white teeth, too, bro. You see them teeth?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What's it?
You're happy to be in.
No, 15 games at 39 years old. How much of a sense of pride was your availability last year? Because a lot of offensive linemen aren't playing that.
Yeah, I know. Just trying to set the bar for the up and coming youth. If you love the game and want to keep playing, I'm just showing them you can do it instead of letting the league run you out. I'm a living testimony of you can just keep going the end time. So we're just setting the bar.
What is Jerry's sales pitch?
Go Hogs. Sad to say, I wasn't. I cheered for him, but I was a Buffalo Bills fan. That's why I signed with him coming out of college. Thurman Thomas and Bruce Smith, Jim Kelly. Some of those guys, I always used to watch them.
Jason, I think you were quoted as saying a few weeks ago you wanted to go somewhere where you had a chance to win and also pass along some knowledge. Clearly, there's a young offensive lineman here who can benefit from being around you. What are you looking forward to trying to transmit to him?
Just a grit, finishing plays, technique, knowing what to do and playing fast, keeping his nose clean and stuff, on and off the field. I'm going to help him out. I helped him a little bit today, just trying to get his technique and all that stuff in rhythm.
How long will it take you to get ready in your mind?
It'll be a couple weeks, just, being in pass and getting my feet up under me. It's not going to take long.
I'm not going to lie, I was definitely expecting him to be starting week 1. But it does make sense for him to ramp up first, have a ramp up period.
Yeah, it's good, man. Like he's already been working with Tyler Smith the very first practice, man. So that's exciting in itself. Not only Tyler Smith, but all of them, man. All these young guys, like Connor McGovern, even down to a Terrence Steele, all they could benefit from being around a guy like this. Like he's already talking technique and footwork, hand placement, those things you want to hear. So, man, just the very first practice and just to hear him in that mentor role, like he's come here open to the idea, like, hey, I may not start, I may start, but one thing I do want to do is be a mentor to these young guys, man. And like I said, that's great. Good music today.
I would have much rather made this move with Tyron Smith, like just signing him as like depth. Obviously, like that would be ideal, but like I said before, this is the ultimate Band-Aid, but I think it's the best Band-Aid we had available.
Yeah. Shit, just the whole medical kit for real.
Hey, if he can stay on the field and keep his feet under him, man, we'll be all right.
Week 2, man. We get him. I don't say week 2, but we get him back in week 3. Nah, I think we'll be all right. As long as we can come out of this first stretch like 1-1, 1-2, and be able to get him in there, I think we'll be Ray will want to be, especially with Michael Gallup probably returning like the same week.
That's
true. It's looking brighter.
I mean, you can't blame me. Right. We rivalry, right. But at the end of the day, me and Jerry go back to Arkansas. So when he called me, we sat down and talked, and it was like love at first sight. We was talking about the Hogs, he was talking about the national championship and how it changed his life, and me being a Razorback changed my life and gave me the opportunity to be here today.
You have a game circle, like try to be ready for Cincinnati?
I don't have a game circle, but I'm working to, be ready be available in a couple weeks.
So when you came for the meeting, did any of your former Eagles teammates call you, text you, say it ain't so?
Yeah, a bunch of fans.
Do you think there's any smoke there that he does play week 1? That this is all pretend?
No, I don't think they put him in that week 1.
Okay.
I mean, I wish that's the downside to it. Why didn't we make a move like this 2 weeks prior, just to kind of already had us in the pudding? I mean, we knew Tyron Smith had already went down at the point. We already knew we needed a swing tackle. Just imagine if we had already kicked the tires, then in week 1 we'd be definitely circling that on the schedule right now to have a nice target spot right now. But hey, I'm with it, man. And it's funny, right? You talk about Philly people already hitting him up. The fans, he's definitely going to receive his fair share. He might even catch some boos, but man, Like I'm glad to have him over here for sure, man. I know in Philly, we all knew who he was. In Philly, obviously, he's not that same guy, but I think he'll come in and he should be able to make an impact.
I agree.
Mates, I hadn't really replied back to him yet, but I'll get around to that.
Your focus to be depth or to start left out?
It don't matter. Whatever
I like
they
that.
ask me, if
I like
Smith get in there and start rolling and they want to keep him, I'm going to just help him along. I ain't no guy that's going to feel some kind of way if I don't get in there and start. But if they ask me to start, I'm going to get in there and go to work.
I like that a lot.
That's what you want to hear, man.
Absolutely.
Get out there and hit somebody, man.
He's just trying to get paid, bro. No, I like that.
And then you hear him say, "Look, ain't too many people around like me and Tom. Like we kind of going against the time right now, man. So it's good. Like I said, these guys are old, but you know what I mean? I'm coming around to it. I know we first talked about it, and it was like, can he still move the same? But a guy that this technical, you don't need him to be bursting off the line. Long as he understand like the nuances and different things to do within each play, which you will, that goes along. You ain't gotta necessarily be the fastest if you got, the play speed, the recognition of what's going on. As long as he knows down there what I need to do to open these holes up and, pretty much make everything go, then that's all we need.
And before I hit play again, I don't imagine there being like a huge learning curve for him because he's been in a lot of systems. Like, just give him time to learn the playbook, get in shape, and we should be all right.
For sure.
You're comfortable with a mentorship role, if that's a more critical role than starting and down the snap.
What's your question again?
You're at this stage of your career, you're more comfortable being a mentor or helping out at that guy.
I mean, I've been doing that since my 4th, 5th year. It don't matter if I'm starting or not. Even when I was hurt going on the Super Bowl run, I was helping Bata and Lane Johnson every day. So it really don't matter what I'm doing on and off the field. If I'm starting, I'm going to play as a starter. If I'm, off the field, I'm going to be coaching the guys up.
Jason, would it be safe to say not to anticipate you playing against Tampa and Cincinnati the first 2 games?
I mean, you never know what will happen. Like I say, I'm ramping up. If I feel good enough, I'm going to jump out there. I just want to get my legs up on it, see how I feel, in pass with the helmet. Because, I hadn't been in pass or helmet since, December. Well, January. So we just
they're in panic mode, bro. Everybody asking him, "Hey, bro, you gonna be there week 1? Please."
But that's interesting. He kind of answered your question from before. You was like, "Is there a possibility?" He was like, "Hey, if I can get out there, he will." So stranger things happen. So, hey, listen, get your ass out there.
This is what's gonna happen. He's gonna pad up week 1 and play as a backup. And as soon as someone starts getting blown up, they're going to reshuffle that line and throw his ass in there.
Oh, I'm all for it.
It's going to be nuts.
We can't afford it this year. Yeah.
Ooh. Man.
But interesting.
Oh.
Pretty good.
Last one, guys.
Your resume is pretty good. In the back end of your career, obviously. You think you have done enough for the Hall of Fame or consideration for that?
I'm not really thinking about that. It's for the voters and the fans. It's for you to vote. It's not in my hands. I just go out there and put the resume together.
Do you have a magic potion to make Cowboys and Eagles fans friends?
I wish I did. I don't think that's gonna happen.